y'all. Happy Thursday. So this week we're talking about the beginning and how we dealt with it, our partners coming out as trans and all of that good stuff. So my partner's name is Caiden. We've been together since around December of 2010. He came out, I want to say it was around April or May that we really started talking about it, and he really started to figure himself out. So anyway, we started dating. We were viewed as a lesbian couple. To me, it just seemed really obvious about his trans identity. His reactions to situations, the way that he dealt with sex and with um, people viewing him out in public. He was always really excited when people would mistake him for a man. And it seemed to fit. So anyway, we had a conversation about it, and I asked him what he thought about it and if he had ever considered the idea of being more than just a pretty quote-unquote butch lesbian and what that meant to him. And so we had that conversation, and from there it just kind of spiraled. Once he came out, he was only out to me for a long time. Well, relatively long time. It was a few months and several months. And it was a pretty difficult time, I think, for both of us because he was trying to figure himself out. And here I had this big secret about this girl I was dating who was now a boy, and no one knew. And I didn't have anyone really to talk to about it. I didn't know anybody who was trans. I didn't know any partners. So I did a lot of YouTubing. He definitely did. And it was just a really it was a long period for us to get to the point where we are now. So it's been about a little over a year and a half since we started dating, and he's been out for about a year, a little over a year of that. So we've had a long road, and I'm sure we're going to talk about more of this later in other videos. But it's been really interesting knowing him pre-coming out and now pre-op, and I knew him pre-T, and he just started his on gel a couple days ago. I want to say it's day 6 now, day 7 almost. And so we're going to see where this goes and how he handles being on the gel and then going on to the shots. I think that he's going to be on the gel for about 3 months or so. He has a 3-month supply right now. And I'm assuming, and we've talked about it, but he thinks that he's going to go on the shot after that. And I think that's about it for this video. I recorded a video with Caiden while he was here. He just left, sadly, yesterday. So I'm going to put that in here so you can meet him and hear a little bit about what he has to say. And yeah, I hope you guys are all having a good week, and I'll see you next week. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Anyway, this is Caiden. It's my main squeeze.
Hi.
We're at the Boston Commons right now. We just went on the swan boats. These are my cool new sunglasses. They're like the neon trees sunglasses. Okay. Anyway, so let's talk about stuff.
What did we discuss?
I don't really remember what we're talking about. The beginning. We're supposed to talk about the beginning.
The beginning of what?
Of I think about the beginning of like you coming out to me and talking about your transition and like my initial feelings and emotions and stuff around that. I'm not really sure, but I can edit in the rest of the stuff. We'll just make another video when we get back.
So the beginning.
So let's talk about the beginning.
The beginning of my transition?
Yeah, when do you first remember talking about it?
Like April, May of like last year. This year at least I remember talking about it.
I don't really remember the first conversation we had about it.
I just remember you like asking me. I just remember you just like like up front, like blatantly asking me about it, and me being like, oh my god, she knows my deep dark secret that nobody knows.
It seems so obvious, though. I don't know how nobody else noticed that.
I mean, we had been dating for like, what, at that point, like...
A few months?
A few months. Yeah. At least a good, like, 4 or 5 months. And then... Yeah, you just asked me, and you're like, Caiden, you don't like your chest, and you're not like any other girl that I've dated. Are you trans? And then I was like...
I don't know if I exactly said trans.
Well, you said...
I said, I think there might be something else there.
Well, you said, do you think you might be trans?
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said, like, something along those lines. So, yeah. That's...
Seems like a long time ago. Like, I can't really remember dating you without you being trans. A little bit.
I'll take that as a good thing.
I mean, yeah. I guess so. It's kind of dominated at this point, I feel like. We've been together so much longer with you being out as trans than we ever were when you were now.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, we're totally gonna show you this guy in the background. I don't even know if you're gonna be able to see him, but he's like a one-man band. He's got like those drums attached to his back. I don't even know if you can hear that from here.